Well, students, good evening to all of you. So, guys, today we will discuss about our third paper. So, this is a exam preparation class of M.Ed semester third, paper third, advanced educational research. Okay. So, all the three papers are simple paper, very much easy paper. But regarding this is a technical paper, conceptual paper. So that guys, listen carefully to all of you. I have already given you the notes. So concept should be clear in this paper. Okay. So I'm going to start our exam preparation class of paper third. So first of all, as you know that this is the syllabus. We always show the syllabus. Then last year paper. Then we cover all of the points. Okay. So see the syllabus. This is a syllabus of paper third, advanced educational research. Okay. So now, I have increased the font size, advanced educational research. In a unit one, okay, what are the topics? Tools and techniques. Okay. Under the tool and techniques, you should be aware of, characteristics of good research tool, questionnaire, and rating scale. Very much easy. Okay. Second unit is approaches to research. Approaches mean guys method of research. Okay. तो तीन ही मेथड हैं हमारे. Three methods of research in M.Ed semester third. Okay. What are the name of methods? Historical method, descriptive method, and experimental method or scientific research. Okay. This is called method. Unit 2 में, see in the unit 2, what are the contents of unit 2? Experimental research and its design. Okay. And fourth is very much easy. What is in the fourth? Research report. Okay. Under the research report, what is the first topic? Okay. What is the name of this topic? Synopsis. Development of research proposal. Guys, you already have made the synopsis. In the last semester, you have made the synopsis. Okay. You have submitted the synopsis. Even you have cleared the viva of synopsis. Okay. So you already know that. Okay. So all the points of the synopsis, which is the same. Okay. Now, research report. So the new thing is research report. So we will understand what is the difference between research proposal and research report. Then characteristics and steps. Okay. And now we talk about unit 3. So in this paper, there is a, one questions come from the stat. Okay. Statistics part. Okay. Under the statistics part, one is correlation, and correlations may you are aware of that. Okay. If you have done the, statistics part. So under the correlations, there are two famous, you can say, method of the correlation that is used to, draw the correlation. One is rank correlation method. Second is product movement method. Very much simple. Okay, we will discuss, don't worry. Then आगे आ गया उसका regression and prediction. Okay, correlations होता है. What is the purpose of correlation? Correlation means we have to check that how two variables, how much, two variables are closed with each other. Okay. So correlate karna. Okay. As the name suggested, the meaning of regression and prediction means, we have to predict. Okay. So under the regression uses assumptions and standard error of measurement. Right, guys? And unit 4 में differentials, test of significance t test है, null hypothesis, standard error, type 1 and type 2 error, one tail and two tail test, significance of a statistics and significance of a difference between means, independent sample, percentage and portion, और last में क्या है? ANOVA. Okay, क्या है? ANOVA. Okay, बार बार इसको repeat करो, ANOVA, 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 so that it would become simple for you. Okay, the full form of ANOVA is analysis of variance. Okay, so whenever Okay, here I'm going to give you the tips. Whenever you want to check the difference between two means, then you use the t-test. If you want to check the difference between means of, two or three, then you use the ANOVA. Okay, so today we will also discuss about the ANOVA also. ANOVA mein the important is the assumption. Assumption is a very much important. Okay, right? So guys, this is your syllabus, right? So in your syllabus, first 2 units are totally theory part. Okay, right? And rest of 2 units are unit 3 and unit 4 are 50% theory and 50% statistics part. Okay. So we will see the paper third. Okay. In the paper third, under a unit 3, one question is coming from theory part, one question is coming from numerical part. Okay, same the unit 4. One question is coming from theory part, one question is coming from numerical part. Okay, I repeat once again. In this paper, unit 1 and unit 2, it is a totally theoretical. Clear? Up now, unit 3 and unit 4. 50% is theory and 50% is practical, right? So in this statistics part, it is called basically unit 3 and unit 4 is a statistics part. In a unit 3 and unit 4, guys, you also have to learn the theory. Because what happens? Always assumptions of correlation, assumptions of regression, this question always come, always 101%. Okay. And under the 7th part, differentials, type 1, type 2 error always come. One tail test and two tail test always come. This is a theory part. Okay. This is a theory. Because I have used the word now 50% theory and 50% practical. Right? And ANOVA may under this part, this is a theory part comes. So what you can do that unit 4 may you have to do 7th and either you have to do 7th whole part or either you have to do 8th whole part. So now you have to decide which one you have to do. So I will suggest you, because this is the exam preparation class, so I will suggest you go for ANOVA part, right? Whole of the theory, finish whole theory of ANOVA. Okay, what is ANOVA? What are the significance of ANOVA? And what are the assumptions of ANOVA? What are the uses of ANOVA? Even what is the formula of ANOVA? Okay, even solve 1 or 2 questions. I tell you, this is a very much easy, right? And here you learn these part for the short question. Okay. And under unit third, okay, correlations and regression, either you can do whole of the correlation or whole of the regression. So here correlation part is the very much easy. So learn about the correlations completely theory, right? What is a correlation? What is the coefficient of correlation? What is the formula of correlation? How many methods of the correlation? There are 2 methods. One is a rank correlation method. Second is a product movement method, right? And how to get the correlation. Okay, so go for this also, right? And side by side, you can learn this regression and predictions. Okay, guys. So guys, this is your little bit technical paper, little bit conceptual paper. So half paper we are finishing today. Okay. So 1 or 2 questions we will discuss in the next Saturday with the class of your paper 2. Okay, guys. And next is the 3rd February. On 10th of February, guys, I'm taking the test of this. Okay, advanced educational research. Because this is your technical part, rest of your 3 papers you can cover easily. I have given you the notes. Even advanced educational research, I have also given you the notes. But either you don't do the practice, so you cannot get a good marks. If you want to get a good marks and attempt the whole paper, so at least I will suggest you, all of you, okay, give the test. Even what you can do, The last year paper you can solve by yourself, right? So this is the syllabus of advanced educational research. And this is the paper of last year paper. See that last year paper. Okay, compulsory questions. Okay, चार paper, चार questions हैं compulsory. क्या क्या है? You know, I'm going to increase the font size. Characteristics of a good research tool, very much easy. Difference between experimental and descriptive research, it is also easy because ये तीन method में से आ गया है ना. तीन method हमारे approaches to research, three method. One is historical, one is descriptive, and one is experimental research. So guys, syllabus is most important. Actually, you have seen my all the videos last classes. Okay, I have already emphasized that. First of all, the syllabus should be cleared. It should be on your fingertips. Okay, once the syllabus is clear, it means half of the battle you have won. Okay, half of the syllabus you have already finished. Okay, concept is clear in your mind. Abhi now, you know, one student is asking from me, sir, give me, you know, one more sample paper. Guys, I have given you the last year sample paper. Even I have solved the question. Okay, even whole of the syllabus is solved, right? So, and you are not getting the confidence. Okay, so confidence would come. You don't have to do the mug up the words. Okay, you don't have to learn by rote learning. You are doing the M.Ed, you have to do the practice. Practice is most important. On the behalf of my 20-year experience, I'm sharing one thing with you. If you do the practice of all the four paper, okay, within a 3 hours, you fill the 40 sheets by sitting at your home, wherever you are putting up, you will clear all the four paper with a very good marks. And you have the ample amount of time, 6 months you have. Already I have given you the notes, books, guides, you know, 3-4 months back. All right. So if you will run away from the test, from the writing, so guys, you cannot get a good marks. So I want to clear once again, right? Even whatever the portion you prepare, okay. So take the sheets, A4 size sheets, and start writing. Right? So there are 4 papers and 3 practicals in your syllabus. So it should be, you know, orally, it should be on the fingertip. You can write and you can learn every day. You know, it is a very much easy. So you cannot say that within a 3 or 4 days or 5 days, you will learn and you will get a very good marks. Right? If the university has made the 6-month syllabus, so actually there are 4 papers and 3. So at least you cannot cover within a 4 or 5 days. Okay. So this is the right time. Even you can start from today. You have the 1 month for your final exam, right? So do the practice. Okay. I'm also many times I'm emphasizing that. And once again, I'm emphasizing that after learning, you know, do the practice. Even, you know, you write by yourself and you check by yourself. You can check with the notes. I have given you the notes. Okay, guys. एंड डिफरेंस इन वन टेल टेस्ट एंड टू टेल टेस्ट वो लास्ट में से आ गया 7th में से राइट. तो फर्स्ट इज यूनिट 1. ओके, क्वेश्चन इज डिस्क्राइब different types of rating scales, what are the prominent errors in them and how you will overcome there, right? Second देखिए, third question is historical research. Describe the steps involved in it and special emphasis on historical criticism. अब ये देखो, you know, when you will do the historical method, so always you have to remember the most important thing in historical research, steps and criticism, right? Steps or criticism are most important in the historical research, but not in the descriptive research, right? And not even the experimental research. What is the important in the experimental research? The important is the experimental design. Okay. So guys, if you will not go through the syllabus, go through the notes, how it would come in your mind, which thing is important, right? Always I'm looking from last 20 years. Whenever the question of historical research come, examiner always ask Criticism, steps of historical research. Steps and historical criticism is important. Okay. And experimental research may, if you think that questions would come, define the experimental research and what are the advantages and disadvantages of experimental research. So these questions will never come. Okay. So always questions from the experimental research and design may say, always questions comes, define the different types of experimental design. Okay. So basically 3 designs हैं. Right, we will discuss today. वो always questions आता होता है. Okay, sometime difference आ जाता है. What is the difference between descriptive research and the experimental research? You can see that short question has come. ये देखो आ गया ना, difference between experimental and descriptive research. So what the examiner can come, examiner can, stretch this question also and to make the long questions, okay, in your next exam. Right? With the difference also. So guys, concept should be clear. Once the concept is clear, you can write anything, guys. Okay. Don't learn by this thing ki last May, you will get the 4 days and you will learn it. Okay. Start learning at least, 1 hour daily. You are doing the M.Ed. M.Ed is the top level class. M.Ed is going to become a principal. Right? So only that you can guide to the teachers and others. So next is, ye dekhiye, fourth is, what is a research proposal and research report? Difference between the research proposal and research report. Explain the difference with describing steps of each. Ab ye dekho, this is an exam preparation class also. I'm going to discuss the tips with you. Okay, important points. The important point is that you have to learn the question once, twice, thrice. Then you will understand what the examiner is asking. So please tell me what the examiner is asking. अब आप ये देखो, this question has come from, you know that na, it has come from the syllabus research report. है ना? Under the research report, research proposal है, steps हैं. Okay, see that. Okay, side by side, we open the syllabus also. ये देखो, ये syllabus में, right? Research report है, synopsis है, characteristics and steps है ना? 4 part है ना? 4 things है, right? तो अब ये देखो, what the examiner has done. Examiner has asked all the 4 things. Right? मतलब he has asked from you, number 1, in this question, you have to define the research proposal. Second, you have to define the research report. Third, अब वो देखो क्या पूछ रहे हैं. He is asking, explain the difference with describing steps of each. दोनों के steps भी पूछ लिए, difference भी पूछ लिया. So all the 4 things has asked from, in a one question. Okay. So learn from the whole way, not in the part. Okay. Syllabus is important. Ab the last year paper will give you the idea, okay, how the examiner asks the question. But do not prepare yourself with the last year. See that, we learned the last year questions and, we will write that. So sometimes, question always, 90%, 95% comes from the last year paper, but examiner changes the things, guys. This is the most important. This thing you will only get to know once you know the syllabus and you have covered with the syllabus. Okay. So now you can see that I have given you one example. Under his syllabus, there are 4 things. And in a one question, he has asked from all the 4 things. Right? But it is a very easy. It is a very much easy. Okay. The main thing is that concept should be clear to you. Research proposal synopsis को बोलते हैं. Okay. तो दिस इज नॉट ए न्यू वर्ड, ओके। सिनॉप्सिस ही रिसर्च प्रपोजल होती है, ओके। और रिसर्च रिपोर्ट क्या होती है? व्हाट इज ए रिसर्च रिपोर्ट? विच यू विल सबमिट टू द यूनिवर्सिटी एट द एंड ऑफ योर एमएड, मतलब इन द फोर्थ सेमेस्टर। दिस इज कॉल्ड रिसर्च रिपोर्ट, राइट। अब ये देखो आगे ना, फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन, एक्सपेरिमेंटल डिजाइन। लिस्ट वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंटल डिजाइन, discuss pre-test, post-test, equivalent group design, giving suitable example, right? अब unit 3 में you can see that now the statistics part has started, and I have already told you under this part 50% theory would come, 50% practical would come. तो ये this is a very easy question has come, practical questions. What is meant by correlations? Define the positive and negative correlation. Very much easy, okay. और सेकंड में आप ये देखो क्या कह रहे हैं, कंप्यूट द कोरिलेशन विद रैंक डिफरेंस मेथड, ओके। सो दो मेथड होते हैं ना, अभी हमने जस्ट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड, ओके, टू मेथड इन द सिलेबस। वन इज रैंक डिफरेंस मेथड, रैंक कोरिलेशन, रैंक डिफरेंस एक ही बात है, ठीक है, सेम नेम है। सेकंड इज प्रोडक्ट मूवमेंट मेथड, प्रोडक्ट मूवमेंट मेथड, ओके। लर्न द सिलेबस गाइस, तो मजा आता है एक्चुअली, ओके। तो आस्क द क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम मी, सर इसका मीनिंग क्या है, राइट। इफ यू विल नॉट लर्न ना, तो व्हाट यू विल आस्क फ्रॉम मी, ओके। 50 times, 100 times ask from me, from my channel, from my WhatsApp, okay, you can ask. This is a very good syllabus. This is an informative papers, okay. We are doing that. We should be proud that this is a very good syllabus, and we know these syllabus, okay. It is not easy for a general person, okay. Next देखिए, seventh one is explain the meaning of a prediction from the regression techniques आ गई, right. What are the assumptions? ये देखो simple question has come. Even next is also simple, right. Regressions हमने equations को predict करना है from x and y, ये भी हम पार्ट करेंगे, we'll do that part. Eighth question has come, what do you mean by standard error? And one numerical part is come, 80 students from a group of 350 students in college A were found cheating in the examination. In the college B, 90 students out of 40 were caught cheating in the same examination. Is there a true difference in the incidence of a cheating in two colleges? अब डिफरेंस निकालना है इसके लिए, राइट। तो डिफरेंस के लिए अभी सिलेबस में मैंने क्या डिस्कस किया था, व्हाट आई हैव डिस्कस्ड, इफ यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू मीन्स, तो यू ऑलवेज अप्लाई द टी टेस्ट। इफ यू वांट टू ऑब्टेन द डिफरेंस बिटवीन थ्री मीन्स, मतलब थ्री स्कोर्स, डिफरेंट स्कोर्स हैं, तीन स्कोर्स हैं, तीनों में से यू वांट टू चेक दैट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ए बी एंड सी, देन यू यूज एनोवा। वेरी मच इजी, राइट। एंड नाइन्थ में देखो, एक्सप्लेन द मीनिंग ऑफ एनोवा एंड डिस्कस इट्स अजम्पशन। और ये देखो एक एनोवा के ऊपर आ गया आपका न्यूमेरिकल, आ गया ना, तीन आ गए ना। तो मोर देन टू डिफरेंस यू वांट टू चेक, more than two variables, then ANOVA you use. ANOVA means analysis of variance, right. And if you want to obtain the difference between two means, you use the t-test, okay. So in today's class we will discuss theory part, and practical part we will discuss in the next class along with your paper 2, okay guys. So that I want it should not be heavy for you, okay. So even you also from today, because you know that in the next week I have to take the practical class of this statistics part. So you should be learned with the theory part. Only then the practical part would come to know. Okay, you will understand the practical part if you have the basic knowledge. Right? So these all knowledge you should have, which we are going to discuss today. Right, guys? So now we move to our PDF file, we move to our notes, which I have already shared with you. Okay, now I am understanding directly from the notes, right guys? So I open a second file. So this is the second file. Okay, I have shared with you. You know these files. M.Ed study material, third semester notes. Okay, complete notes of this one, right? So this is the syllabus. Huh? This is the paper we have already, discussed. We will start from here, and side by side, I open this second file. Okay, so which will talk about the our last year paper, right? Last year sample paper. Okay. So now, now it is clear to all of you. Okay, guys. So now what we are going to discuss further, we are going to discuss the last year paper as well as, rest part of the syllabus of paper 3. Okay. So this is the last year paper. The first question is characteristics of good research tool. Okay. Whatever I'm finishing, I'm going to color it and underline. Okay. Characteristics of a good research tool. Now I'm switching to the next file where your answer is given. This is the next PDF file I have already shared with you. Right? Characteristics of a good research tool. Up, guys, before starting this, I want to, tell you, whenever you have to start your learning, even you have started your learning, so I will advise you, open my video lesson, okay, one side, and on a second side, you should have the notes which I have given to you. Okay. First, see the notes, see the video first, then from the notes. So from that way, it would become easy for you. Okay. Especially for this paper also, even, right? And now, the question is characteristics of, characteristics of good research tool. Okay. So we understand here characteristics of a good research tool. Okay. So I will discuss in brief. Okay. So that my purpose is that, concept should be clear. Rest of the part you have to learn because you have to appear for the exam. Okay. But I'm sure that every topics, every questions, clear करवाना, discuss करना, notes देने, वो मेरा काम है आपको, right? अब उसको लर्न करना और अच्छे नंबर लेके आना वो आपका काम है. ओके. नाउ व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ए गुड रिसर्च टूल? अब here you have to note whenever the word tool is used. Okay. What is the name of the word tool? Second word is synonym is scale. Third is instrument. Fourth is questionnaire. Okay. These all things are the same. Okay. Either tool, either scale, either instrument, either questionnaire, either any of the, test in order to collections of the data. These are called the research tool. Even scale, even instrument, even tools. These are called the research tools. These are used to collect the data, right, from the student. Suppose you are doing your research, okay, obviously you have used the tools in the synopsis. Okay, please remind that after 6 months back, examiner has asked from you which tool you have used in your study. And you said that you have used the tool written by the M.K. Mangal sir, written by this sir, written by Bhargav sir. These are called the tools. Okay. So that is used to collect the data. Whosoever is your participant. Okay. You are the respondent. You are the scholar. Okay. You are doing the research. So research tools are the data collections tool, right? So basically it has asked what are the characteristics of a good research tool. So guys, in the terminology of a research, you always have to keep in your mind even characteristics, even features of any research tool comes. So only two things are seen. One is reliability and one is validity. Okay. अब इसका characteristics of a good research tool कोई theoretical part नहीं होगा. Okay. Theoretical part होगा, but उस वे में नहीं होगा, technical वे में होगा. तो what are the characteristics of a good research tool? ये देखिए. Characteristics of a good research tool क्या है? Validity. Second is reliability. Third is usability. Mostly यही होती हैं. Right? Any of the tool in the research. Okay. Reliability and validity are seen, right? These are two things that makes the tool significant. Reliability and validity, right? So up now the question is here, you should be known about reliability and validity. Once reliability and validity is cleared in your mind, so you can write easily. If the concept is not clear, you can't write. Okay. Even you cannot write in the English form. Meaning of reliability is this, meaning of validity is this. It would be wrong. Okay. So in a technical way, in a research terminology, you have to learn what is the meaning, difference between reliability and validity. So I explain you reliability and validity with the help of this watch. Okay. So now, take the example. So I will clear some of the questions with the help of example. Okay. When I will use the research terminology, so it will be sound, little bit difficult for you. So I will understand you with the help of an example. Okay. So that rest of the part you can learn that. With the help of watch, I'm clearing the concept of reliability and validity in front of you. For example, one watch is giving the time, but it is giving the time 5 minutes late every time, every day, morning, afternoon, evening, after 1 week, after 10 days, the watch is giving the time 5 minutes late. Okay, I repeat the questions again. Suppose you have the watch, one watch, wristwatch you have, and your wristwatch always gives the time 5 minutes late. Okay, whenever you see the watch. Okay, morning you see the watch, it is giving time 5 minutes late. Afternoon you see the watch, it is giving time 5 minutes late. In the night, giving the time 5 minutes late. After 1 week, it is giving the time 5 minutes late. 10 days, 1 month, giving the time 5 minutes late. So now the question is that, please tell me, your watch is reliable or not? You know what is the answer? The answer is your watch is reliable. Right, guys? Why you can mute yourself. Okay, don't worry. Okay, later on I'll ask from all of you. All of you, you can mute, guys, because this lecture is going to be uploaded on the YouTube. Okay, so your watch is reliable. Okay, why it is reliable? You have to understand why it is reliable, because every time when you see that it is giving 5 minutes late. Okay, it is not happening. Morning it is giving 5 minutes late, and after 1 week it is giving the 10 minutes late. So every time it is giving the 5 minutes late. Okay, so means what you have deducted, what you have extracted, what you have got it, means your watch is accurate. Your watch is consistent. Consistently it is giving time 5 minutes late. So guys, in the tool research terminology, when you talk about the tool scale, so reliability is directly matched with consistency and accuracy, right? When any of the instrument is giving you the accurate result, any of the instrument is giving you the consistent result, even that instrument is at 20 years old. Okay, 20 years back, made by some psychologist. So then you will see that this instrument is reliable. The watch is reliable because every time it is giving the time 5 minutes late. But the most interesting thing is that your watch is not valid, right? Reliable to hai, but it is not valid. Why it is not valid? Because in the research terminology, validity means when any of the instrument is made for particular purpose, it should work for that particular purpose. We all know that watch is made for giving the time accurately, exactly. Okay, but exact time it is not giving. It is giving 5 minutes late. So instrument is made for giving the time exactly, that because watch is not giving the time exactly, that it is not valid. Okay, so this is the validity and reliability. Okay, so ये देखो validity means, पहले reliability कर लेते हैं. Reliability means, it means the extent to which a research instrument is dependable, consistent and stable. The meaning of a reliability is accuracy and consistency. Also, it refers to the extent to which a test is consistent, stable, and dependent. In other words, the test approves what it represents. Okay, validity means, it means the degree to which a test or measuring unit measure what it intends to measure. Okay. So you want to check the IQ level of the student, but test should not check the personality of the student. Okay. The test should check the IQ level of the student. Then you will say that this test is valid. Right? So validity हो गया, reliability हो गया. Okay. Usability तो आपको पता ही है, it is easy, है ना? Usability means applicability. Okay. One question is done. अब second देखिए. The second question has come, difference between experimental and descriptive research. हाँ, ये देखिए, ये आपका लास्ट ईयर का पेपर है. ओके, डिफरेंस बिटवीन एक्सपेरिमेंटल एंड डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च. ओके, so difference between experimental and descriptive research. So before going in the difference between experimental and descriptive research, okay, first of all I want to clear the concept, because this is a conceptual paper na. Okay, the concept should be cleared, guys. Okay, so you should know that what is the difference between research design and research method. तो बड़ा माइन्यूटली डिफरेंस होता है, डिफरेंस बिटवीन द रिसर्च डिजाइन एंड रिसर्च मेथड. ओके, रिसर्च डिजाइन क्या चीज होती है? रिसर्च डिजाइन होता है, इट इज ए प्लान. ओके, व्हिच यू आर गोइंग टू डू द रिसर्च. Okay, whatever the research you want to do, that you make the plan. Means, for example, what would be your what would be your data, would be your sample. Okay, and from where you will get the all the studies, review of related literature, what would be your tools. Okay, how much money you will spend that, how much time you will spend that. So these all plan you do first before selecting a topic. For example, synopsis. 6 months back, now you are a student of the third semester. 6 months back, you selected your research topic. Okay, now from whole of the 1.5 year, 2 years, you have to do the research. You have made some plan. So that plan is called the research design. Okay, और रिसर्च मेथड क्या चीज होती है? रिसर्च मेथड एक स्ट्रेटेजी होती है. दिस इज ए स्ट्रेटेजी यूज टू इंप्लीमेंट दैट प्लान. ओके, सो ये देखो, इट इज रिटन, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रिसर्च डिजाइन एंड रिसर्च मेथड. रिसर्च डिजाइन इज ए प्लान टू आंसर योर रिसर्च क्वेश्चन, और रिसर्च मेथड इज ए स्ट्रेटेजी यूज टू इंप्लीमेंट दैट प्लान. तो ये देखो, ये आपके ना बहुत हेल्पफुल हो सकती है, गाइस. After doing this M.Ed, you are going to become a principal. Now, think yourself, you have become the principal of any of the school. Okay, and your school is not NAC accredited, right? Or you have to do some conference, you have to arrange some conference, some seminars, international conferences in your school, and you are inviting the guest of from the abroad. Okay, so guys, you will make a plan. If you are not, you don't have the research aptitude, you cannot make the plan. Got it? Because you are an administrator now. Every money, everything, you release, you arrange, even you are getting from your superior, right? So, you should have the research aptitude, then you can manage the things well. So research design is a plan to answer the research questions, or research method is a strategy used to implement that plan. Okay, तो हमारे सिलेबस में डिजाइन्स भी हैं और मेथड भी हैं. ओके, हाउ मेनी मेथड? 3 मेथड. ओके, कौन कौन से मेथड्स हैं? ये देखो, ये लिखा ना, अप्रोचेस टू रिसर्च. हम सिलेबस में भी हैव जस्ट सीन. तो 3 मेथड है. कौन कौन से? हिस्टोरिकल, डिस्क्रिप्टिव, साइंटिफिक. साइंटिफिक मीन्स एक्सपेरिमेंटल. ओके, because experimental method is a scientific method, right? अब three method hai. Even we are discussing the question, what is the difference between historical research and what is the difference between descriptive research and experimental research, है ना? This thing we are discussing, right? So before that, this concept should be clear. अब ये तीन मेथड है, तो ये तीनों मेथड आपको पता होने चाहिए, all of you. This is the most important. So guys, that's why now I'm telling you this is a very good syllabus and you can finish within a time. If you miss that syllabus and you think that, okay, I will do this and I will leave this, okay, so you know what is happening? Actually, you are not getting, 100% professional development. You will miss a lot of things. Even further, if you want to do the PhD, now it is helpful for you. M.Ed dissertation is a mini PhD. It is a small PhD. Even you can extend your topic in the PhD level also. Right? So if you don't want to do the PhD, but it is a very beneficial in your day-to-day life. Because every whole of the life, you have to remain principal and you have to take care of these things. So you know how you can say that later on you will get this knowledge if you are not taking, right now. So guys, there are three methods in our syllabus. There are many methods of the research, but three methods are in your M.Ed syllabus: historical, descriptive, and scientific. Okay, please understand the meaning of all the three. Right? Historical method, ये देखिए, historical research या method, it is a used, okay, to work on whatever has occurred in the past. Okay, this method is employed by those researchers who are interested in reporting events or conditions that occurred in the past. An attempt is made to establish facts in order to arrive at conclusion concerning past event or predict future events. So clear हो गया आपको historical research या historical method? Research method एक ही बात है. Historical method means if you are interested to dig out whatever happened in the past, okay, you have taken the topic which is related with the past event. So you only apply the historical research method. Beforehand, you have to take the decision at the time of submitting the synopsis. Okay, this whole plan you make while you are submitting the synopsis. Right, guys? तो इसके एग्जांपल्स आप देख सकते हैं. सपोज यू हैव chosen a topic, you want to study on the teaching of father, teaching of Lord Jesus. You want to take the topic, your topic is teaching of Lord Guru Nanak, Peer, Jesus. You want to do that. So they all have, they are the past. Guru Nanak Sahab 500-600 साल पहले हुए हैं. Kabir Sahab 800 years back. When you talk about the Jesus, God Jesus 2000 years back. So whenever you have selected any of the topic having the relationship with the past, so you use the historical method, right? Descriptive research, ये present की बात करता है, present phenomena, right? So this method is used to obtain the information concerning the current status of phenomena to describe what exists with respect to the variable or condition in a situation. The main goal of this type of research to describe the data and characteristics about what is being studied. Okay, so historical method talks about the historical events. Okay, descriptive method talks about the present phenomena, and third is experimental method. It talks about cause and effect relationship. Okay, ये third is experimental research. It refers to the experimental research, refers to the research where the researcher, आप है researcher, manipulates the variable to come to an conclusions or finding. It is useful in finding out cause effect. The important cause effect, underline कर लो, cause effect. Okay, whenever if any of the research demands the cause and effect, so always it should be in your mind. It is talking about the experimental research, experimental method. Okay. For example, increasing of the prices of the petrol. Okay. And yeah, increases of prices of the mobile, iPhone mobile, prices of mobile. So what is happening? The demand of the mobile phone is decreasing. So cause and effect आ गया कि नहीं आ गया? Right? You can take any of the example. So whenever you have to check cause and effect on the variables, तो you use the experimental research. ठीक है? तीनों मेथड हो गए आपके. Historical method हो गया, talks about the historical events. Descriptive talks about the present phenomena. Experiment, cause and effect. अब इन तीनों का आपने क्या करना है? What you have to do? You have to importance of these. Okay, then uske baad what are the steps of these methods? Steps are different. तीनों के steps different हैं. Okay, historical method के steps different हैं, experimental के different हैं, descriptive के different हैं. Right? So you have to learn. Okay, I have this notes I have given to you of around 150 pages. Okay, when you are all the questions would be finished at the end in detail. I have given you the even whole chapter on the prescriptive method, historical method, and experimental method. Okay, you have to learn. This is important. Okay, now we are discussing the difference between experimental and descriptive research, है ना? तो ये देखो, descriptive research में what we will study about which describe the phenomena, or experimental talks about the cause and effect. Okay, so I think it has clear to you. Then उसके बाद third question is, ये देखो third, ये second भी हो गया हमारा. Third is assumptions of correlation. Okay, ये हम करेंगे next week. लेकिन correlations की knowledge मैं आपको अभी दे देता हूं, right? Assumptions आपको you will understand only once the concept is clear. Okay, और ये difference between one tail and two tail test भी अपन next week करेंगे. Okay, ये वाला part. But I have given you in the notes, right? You have to learn whole of the week. Okay, only that you will understand. Na? I can understand you today also, but it would be heavy for you. Just learn the theoretical part, that will make your pace. Okay, it is a matter of only 1 or 2 days. You have to give 2 hours, right? So that in the next week we can do easily. So question is assumption of correlations. So here we will understand only correlations, right? Correlations basically क्या होता है? Correlation means मतलब you want to see the relationship between two variables, how much they are close with each other. This is called correlation. Okay, if one variable is increasing, the other is also increasing, right? So ये आगे हम उसके करते हैं, next वाला क्वेश्चन आएगा. पहले ये देख लो correlations पे गिलफर्ड ने क्या बोला है. So according to the Guilford, a coefficient of a correlation is a single number that tells us to what extent two things are related, to what extent variations in one go with variations in the other. Hence, correlation describes the degree of relationship between the two variables. ये देखो example भी दी है मैंने. For example, marks of two subjects in a single class of a school are studied through correlation, right? So if any of the topic any of the, for example, assumption, this thing, it becomes little bit difficult for you so guys, what I have given the examples in this, so you learn the example, concept would be clear to you, correct? Yeah, for those students I'm talking about, if you don't have the statistics background. Okay, if you have the statistics background, so then it is easy for you. ये देखो assumptions हम करेंगे next week में. Okay, but आपको notes मैंने दे दी हैं. ये difference भी next करेंगे हम. अब हम बात करते हैं हमारा next unit 1 का questions. Describe different types of a rating scales. Okay, what are the prominent error in them and how you will overcome there? The most important thing, many times I have told you, learn your question once, twice, thrice, then you will come to know that. अब इसमें आपने 2-3 चीजें देनी है. 2-3 चीजें you have to write. 2-3 things. One is you should know about the rating scale. Second is you should know about the what type of errors come in the rating scales while rating. And third is what are the suggestions. So basically this question is a very much easy and related with the research tools. राइट, बिकॉज रेटिंग स्केल भी तो एक रिसर्च टूल है ना, राइट। सो अब वी ओपन आवर नोट्स, ये देखो रेटिंग स्केल। रेटिंग स्केल्स क्या चीज है? इट इज ए कॉमन मेथड ऑफ डेटा कलेक्शन दैट इज यूज्ड टू गैदर कंपैरेटिव इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट ए स्पेसिफिक रिसर्च सब्जेक्ट, राइट। ये is to make this question is easy na, I have put many images in this question, right, so that it would become easy for you. ये देखो, see the image, अब आपको याद आ जाएगा, it becomes easy. This is called the rating scale. Once you give the rating na, first means, you know, for example, not helpful, and 10 means very helpful, means 10 out of a 10 you have given the marks. For example, Anna, you have seen that you purchase a lot of things, and after that you reach your home, you get a call from the service center. Okay, madam, you used our product, yeah, after some days, they ask, for example, you purchase a one bike, you purchase a one car. Okay, so then after some time you get a call from the company. So you know how much rating you give in our car, right? One is not helpful, and 10th is very helpful. So this is called the rating scale, right, guys? अब क्वेश्चन इज योर टाइप ऑफ रेटिंग स्केल, यही पूछा ना उसने, तीन चीजें पूछी हैं, थ्री थिंग्स हैव आस्क्ड, वन इज टाइप ऑफ रेटिंग स्केल, सेकंड इज प्रोमिनेंट एरर्स इन द रेटिंग स्केल, थर्ड इज सजेशंस ऑफ रेटिंग स्केल्स। ये देखो मुझे ऑरली याद है, बिकॉज आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड दिस लेसन, but I don't have to give the exam. You have to give the exam. Guys, ethically, you should know, more than whatever, knowledge I have. Okay. Even, orally, I know each and everything because so many classes I take, in a day. So you should have practice like this. अब types of rating scale देखो, numerical scale आ गया, right? Numerical scale है तो it is already cleared. मतलब न्यूमेरिक वे में वी हैव टू गिव द आंसर। तो पिक्चर आप देख सकते हैं ये न्यूमेरिकल स्केल्स की, ये देखो, वन मींस वेरी सेटिस्फाइड, फिफ्थ मींस नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, थ्री मींस न्यूट्रल, राइट, न्यूमेरिकल रेटिंग स्केल्स। अब न्यूमेरिकल रेटिंग स्केल्स तो इजी वो लिखा हुआ है, ए न्यूमेरिकल रेटिंग स्केल इज ए टाइप ऑफ ए रेटिंग स्केल दैट रिक्वायर्स द रिस्पोंडेंट टू प्रोवाइड हिज और हर फीडबैक इन टर्म्स ऑफ ए न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यूज, राइट। लिकर्ट स्केल सेकंड क्या है? स्केल्स लिकर्ट, ये लिकर्ट एक पर्सन का नाम था। ओके, द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन इज कॉल्ड लिकर्ट। तो वो स्केल इतना इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया, उसके नाम से ही पड़ गया लिकर्ट स्केल। ये देखो 1932 में रेनिस लिकर्ट, ए साइकोलॉजिस्ट interested in measuring people's opinion or attitude on a variety of items, developed the original Likert scale. Today, Likert scales are widely used in a social and educational research. You have seen that ना, ये जो scales and numbers हैं, ये Likert scales है, Likert person हुआ है, उसने develop किया था in 1932. उसके बाद it has become so popular, right? Guys, you should use these things, okay? Don't make your teaching, your principalship like a pathetic job, like a stereotype job. Try these surveys on the students. Okay, all the knowledge you should, every day you should get a new knowledge, right? ये देखो, ये लिकर्ट स्केल है, राइट। वन इज वेरी सेटिस्फाइड, ओके, वेरी डिससेटिस्फाइड, फिफ्थ इज ओके, फ्रॉम दैट वे। ओके, ये सारे टाइप्स हैं, टाइप्स ऑफ ए लिकर्ट स्केल्स हैं। ओके, कंपैरेटिव स्केल्स, ये मल्टीपल चेक बॉक्स। अब मल्टीपल चेक बॉक्स भी आ गए ना, ये देखिए, ये मल्टीपल चेक बॉक्स, तो ये भी स्केल की ही टाइप है, वही आंसर्स आपको देनी है। वो देखो, फर्स्ट इज वेरी एक्साइटिंग, ये देखो, फर्स्ट इज एक्साइटिंग, सिक्स्थ इज डिससेटिस्फाइंग, सेकंड प्रोफेशनल, इजी टू यूज, है ना। तो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वे में ना यू कैन गेट द ओपिनियन, गॉट इट। अब सपोज वन पर्सन हैज परचेज्ड ए मोबाइल, तो मोबाइल कैसा है, तो यस और नो में तो आंसर नहीं हो सकता ना। तो हाउ द कंपनी वुड कम टू नो दैट, हाउ दे विल वर्क ऑन दैट प्रोडक्ट? ओके, तो दे चेक दीज ऑल थिंग्स। You have filled many of feedback you have given. Do you know that these feedbacks directly goes to the company work on that feedback? Okay, what the people demands, according to that they launch the product, got it? guys, whatever the product even you are using now, okay, so companies, even they have entered in your room. They have entered in your room, wherever you are staying, because in your room, just see your your comb, your cream, your soap, your in the kitchen, so many masales, है ना, you have, है ना, why particular masala you are using. So how the particular company, you have seen that how these multinational MNCs companies, Indian companies, they have entered in your room, they have entered in your kitchen. They know each and everything by sitting anywhere in the place. Okay. So from that way, now, they conduct a test. You have to prepare your test and you have to collect the data from the student. Behalf of the data, you have to interpret the results. Only then you can make conclusion. Yes, this particular strategy I should adopt in order to upliftment of the teaching learning process. Got it? स्टार रेटिंग भी है, कई बार आपने देखा हुआ, ये देखो स्टार रेटिंग होता है, 5 स्टार, 4 स्टार, ये सारे के सारे दीज आर द टाइप्स ऑफ द लिकर्ट स्केल्स. ओके, अब हम करते हैं जो नेक्स्ट वाला, उसका द सेकंड पार्ट वाज, फर्स्ट तो था काइंडली डिस्क्राइब द टाइप्स ऑफ रेटिंग स्केल, सेकंड था व्हाट आर द प्रोमिनेंट एरर्स, थर्ड था हाउ वी हैव टू सॉल्व या सजेशन. अब ये देखें प्रोमिनेंट एरर्स क्या होते हैं in the Likert scales and how you will overcome there. अब prominent errors हैं. Number 1 is, ये देखो, ये नेम याद करो इसके, recency error, central tendency error, leniency error, halo effect, right? एक हॉर्न इफेक्ट होता है. halo effect मालूम है क्या होता है? For example, in your class, okay, you are conducting any of the test and you are giving the marks to the student. Okay, but what happened? If one of the student comes in front of you, and what happens? You are not giving the marks to the student behalf on the test, but you are giving the extra mark to the student. Because of that, student is very, you can say that, very obedient. Okay, he respects all the teachers. Okay, he has a very good personality. So based on any of the characteristics, now basically you get impartial when you give the more marks. This is called halo effect. Okay, because you have to, being teacher, practically you have to give the marks according to the paper. Okay, but because of any of the characteristics, well, he or she has influenced with her characteristics, okay, and you have given the marks, but that was not according to the test which you conducted. So this is called halo effect. तो ये error आ जाता है basically. Okay, whenever you conduct a research, or basically even for the personality development of the student also. वो student, he thinks himself, I have got a very good marks. Okay, and he thinks that I have a very good knowledge. Actually, that knowledge he doesn't have. Because of your error, okay, he thinks that. तो अब मुझे ये बताओ, यहाँ पे कौन गलत हुआ, स्टूडेंट या टीचर? I always say that na, a student is never ever weak on this planet. Only the teacher is weak. एक होता है हेलो इफेक्ट, एक सेकंड होता है हॉर्न इफेक्ट. हॉर्न इफेक्ट मींस कि स्टूडेंट इज डूइंग very good in the test, but due to any of his or her negative effect, negative characteristics, you give the less marks. This is called the horn effect. ये रहा लास्ट में हॉर्न इफेक्ट, ये देखो, ये रहा हॉर्न इफेक्ट. ओके, तो ये सारे के सारे क्या चीज हैं? These are all are the prominent errors which basically you do, right? Recency error क्या है? Recency error occurs when a rater, मतलब you are the rater ना, you are the scholar, you gives a greater weightage to the recent event when appraising an individual performance. And sometimes you have seen that you have given the extra weightage, right? This is called the recency error and central tendency error. अब क्या हो गया? Being principal, you have given to any of the school to conduct the experiment, to conduct one of the exam. Okay, you have become the evaluator by the CBSE board, ICSE board, and you know marks you have to give within 100, and you have in the mind already you have in the mind you have to give the highest marks up to the 70 and lowest mark up to the 60, right? So you have already given made in the mind you have to give the marks between the 60 and 70. But you know, if the student is so much intelligence and can take the 90% marks, because of your central tendency error, you give the mark 70. Because you have already decided कि I have to give this limit. ये देखो पढ़ो. Appraiser who rate all the implies within a narrow range. Usually the middle or average commit a central tendency error. Leniency error. Leniency मतलब आपने देखा होगा कई टीचर्स होते हैं वो they are very lenient. Every evaluator has his value system, which acts as a standard against which appraisal are made. Some evaluator mark high and others low. देख रहे हैं ये कितना कुछ आपको पता लग रहा है, ठीक है ना? कितना कुछ है टीचिंग में, प्रिंसिपलशिप में. That's why it is called na teaching is not everybody's cup of tea, right? Without B.Ed, without M.Ed, na why? This is the reason it has become compulsory. Even nowadays, you know, CTED has become the compulsory according to the new education policy. Guys, whatever now we teach to the student, it directly impacts on the student. So, hame not even for ourselves, even for the student also, we have to learn every day. You know, teacher is called the, you know, God. Teacher is called the real image of Brahma. Okay, there is a one quotation. Okay, think yourself. If the, you know, teacher is not getting the respect in the society, so then I will say that this is the mistake of the teacher, because teacher didn't make his or her respect. Halo effect, you know that, है ना? Halo effect. Contrast error, similarity error, personal bias, sometimes personal biasness हो जाती है, personal prejudice हो जाती है. तो ये सारे के सारे हो गए आपके एरर्स. अब नाउ हाउ टू रिमूव ओवरकम द एरर्स इन द रेटिंग स्केल्स. तो गाइस क्या होता है, बाय एडहेरिंग टू द फॉलोइंग रूल्स ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन, हाउएवर इट इज पॉसिबल टू मिनिमाइज दीज काइंड्स ऑफ एरर, बट these are some of the 6 or 7 points, okay, which can reduce errors. Number 1, provide direction to assist the rater in the use of scale. सबसे पहले तो he should know about the scale. Second, use only enough items to obtain information needed. Third, clarify, define each characteristics on which an individual is rated. Fourth, use only those traits or characteristics in rating scales that can be observed readily. तो ये कुछ है 5-7 पॉइंट्स हैं. With the help of these 5-7 points, you know, you can reduce the errors in the rating scales. Right? अब आ जाओ क्वेश्चंस की तरफ. ये देखो हो गया ना हमारा क्वेश्चन सारा. Different type of rating scales we are done, prominent errors we are done. How will you overcome that errors, वो भी हमने कर लिया. अब आप सिलेबस में देखो, ये सिलेबस सारा ही कवर हो गया इसके अंदर रिलेटेड विद रेटिंग स्केल्स, क्योंकि ऊपर क्वेश्चंस वी आर डन विद कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ गुड रिसर्च टूल. Here we have done the types of rating scales, prominent errors, and you know how we will overcome them. Okay, so syllabus is important, right? Okay, next I know what is a historical research. Describe the steps involved in it and with special emphasis on historical criticism. So guys, first of all, make in your mind, again examiner has asked the 3 things. First, you have to define historical research. Second, you have to define the steps. Third, in the steps, you have to give more emphasis on the historical criticism. Okay, so we move to our PDF file. We move to our, you know, this notes file, yearly notes file of 150 pages, okay, which I have shared with you. 130 या 150 है ना, यू नो दैट। अब ये देखो, ये क्वेश्चन है हमारा, व्हाट इज द हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च, डिस्क्राइब द स्टेप्स इन्वॉल्वड इन इट विद स्पेशल एम्फेसिस ऑन द हिस्टोरिकल क्रिटिसिज्म। तो हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च तो यू नो दैट है ना, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड। ओके, फर्स्ट यू हैव टू डिफाइन, नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट द steps of historical research, right? First step is selecting the problem. Okay, but before this, guys, you know that what is the steps of the any of the research analysis. How many times I have told you, even in your when you started your synopsis, I know that in every class of a synopsis in the last year, I talk about the 7 steps of research analysis. क्या है वो 7 steps? And I have told you, once you will clear these 7 steps, it will help you in the second semester, third semester, even in the fourth semester. तो ये syllabus interlinked है, right? Whenever you get time within the semesters, you should learn whatever you have learned in the back, and you know what is come in your next exam. तो आपने देखा होगा, इन द सेमेस्टर 1 था रिसर्च, सेकंड में नहीं था, थर्ड में फिर रिसर्च आ गया, एडवांस रिसर्च आ गया। तो 7 स्टेप्स आपको वो याद होने चाहिए, 7 8 6 7 स्टेप्स। फर्स्ट होता है फॉर्मुलेटिंग द प्रॉब्लम या सिलेक्टिंग द प्रॉब्लम। सेकंड होता है रिव्यू ऑफ रिलेटेड लिटरेचर, मतलब यू कैन एडजस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, 1 और 2 पॉइंट्स ऊपर और नीचे आप सेट कर सकते हैं। थर्ड इज फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस। फोर्थ इज प्लान एंड प्रोसीजर। फिफ्थ इज इंटरप्रेटिंग द रिजल्ट्स। प्लान एंड प्रोसीजर में यू कलेक्ट द डेटा। फिफ्थ इज इंटरप्रेटिंग द रिजल्ट। सिक्स्थ इज समरी। सेवंथ इज द मेकिंग द रिपोर्ट, बिब्लियोग्राफी और वो सब कुछ आ जाता है उसके अंदर। ठीक है, वही स्टेप्स हैं। ओके, किसी भी रिसर्च प्रोसेस के ऑलमोस्ट वही स्टेप्स होते हैं, 6 और 7। फर्स्ट सिलेक्टिंग द प्रॉब्लम, ओके, फॉर्मुलेशन ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस। अब थर्ड है कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा। अब इन दिस काइंड ऑफ रिसर्च में, हिस्टोरिकल रिसर्च में, कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा में वन प्रॉब्लम अकर्स। ओके, अब क्या प्रॉब्लम है वो हम इसको पढ़ते हैं। कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा में क्या होता है, आप ये देखिए, एज कंपेयर टू, ये दिस इज अ वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस, वेरी वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट। ये देखो, एज कंपेयर टू अदर मेथड, कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा इन दिस मेथड इज डिफिकल्ट। मतलब हिस्टोरिकल मेथड इज डिफिकल्ट। व्हाई डिफिकल्ट? पढ़ो इसको आगे। कॉम्प्रीहेंशन ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल डेटा क्रिएट्स ए लॉट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन। अरे आप मुझे ये बताओ, सिंपल क्वेश्चन आई वांट टू आस्क फ्रॉम यू, यू हैव सिलेक्टेड एनी ऑफ द टॉपिक which is based upon the historical research, historical events, from where you will collect the data? Currently descriptive में तो you know that the student of 9th class, 10th class, you want to check the IQ level, you want to check the personality level. Okay, you can go over there. Okay, by email you can get the data, you can collect the data. Physically you can move to the particular schools and collect the data. But historical events में how will you collect the data? तो क्या होता है बेसिकली, तभी इसने ये लिखा है, it is a lot of confusion. So researcher has to be on guard against it. He has to propose a number of headings into which the data may be classified. अब क्या होता है, the effort of the historian in the collections of data are seriously handicapped because of the many difficulties. अब क्या डिफिकल्टीज आती हैं आप while collecting the data of historical events? Number 1, he has not lived at that time. है ना, 500 साल पहले तो वो पैदा भी नहीं हुआ था रिसर्चर, and in thus removed from the events that he investigates. Therefore he must draw his data from the experiences and observation of others. अब यहां पर there is a there is a need of experienced person. On the based of the experience and observation of a other, he has to collect the data. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, right? This is the first problem. Second is the recorded experience are available. 7:30 हो गई already ना कभी I'm getting calls. Okay, no worries. The recorded experience are available in their exaggerated form and are full of a superfluous details. Up third, the recorded experience may be written from an outdated point of view. है ना 500 साल 1000 years back वो सारा का सारा दैट हैज ऑब्सोलीट और वो आउटडेटेड हो चुका है, कुछ पेपर ही ठीक नहीं है क्वालिटीज में. तो गाइस क्या होता है, व्हाट हैपेंस? ओके, हेंस टू कलेक्ट द डेटा एंड इंफॉर्मेशन there are two kind of sources in the historical research. It always happens in the historical research, always remember. That's why steps of historical method is most important. So under the historical method, you collect the data from two sources. One is primary sources, second is secondary sources. What are the primary sources? Primary sources are tools, weapons, clothing, building, painting, coins are the example of the primary sources unconsciously kept. Autobiographies, not biography, autobiography. Huh? Letters, diaries are consciously kept for information. Means consciously or unconsciously you collect the data, unconsciously from the weapons or tools, huh? Or consciously from the autobiography. And secondary source kya honge? The other person would be, right? The writer of the secondary sources was not on the scene of the event. यहां से पढ़ते हैं हम. Secondary sources are the reports of the persons who reported the testimony of an actual witness. Okay. अब क्या होता है? The writer of the secondary source was not present on that time. So secondary sources are not trusted completely, but they serve some useful purpose. ओके इसके साथ ही हम क्रिटिसिज्म भी कर लेते हैं इसी की. ये देखो क्रिटिसिज्म क्या है इसकी. ओके एक होती है एक्सटर्नल क्रिटिसिज्म, एक इंटरनल क्रिटिसिज्म. ओके द हिस्टोरियन does not often use the method of direct observation since he gets much of his data from the reports, because historical event 500 years back happened na, so he doesn't have any direct, so based on the report he does the criticism. So it consists of the two parts. One is called external criticism, one is called internal criticism. Right? What is the external criticism? Through external criticism, the historian checks the validity of the document and determine whether it is admissible as evidence. तो क्या होंगे क्वेश्चंस? व्हाई वाज द डॉक्यूमेंट प्रोड्यूस्ड, व्हेन वाज द डॉक्यूमेंट प्रोड्यूस्ड, हु वाज द ऑथर ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट. इंटरनल क्रिटिसिज्म क्या होंगे? आफ्टर द एक्सटर्नल क्रिटिसिज्म द हिस्टोरियन ट्राइज टू फाइंड आउट द एक्यूरेसी और वर्थ ऑफ द डॉक्यूमेंट. Was the writer competent? Was the subject to fear or pressure? How long after the event did he make a record? Is this witness in agreement? तो ये इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल है. Okay, here I want to tell you one important things. आप देखो इसमें, under the external criticism ना, right? So it is talking about the validity of document. Okay, and here the internal criticism, the word has come accuracy. आ गया ना? तो accuracy means अभी just हमने किया था reliability and validity, right? So guys, here, we are also checking the reliability and validity also, right? कैसे होती है? From that way होती है. So that's why it is a most important, right? Steps of historical research and criticism of a historical research. Okay. So once you will, learn that, then, points would be cleared in your mind. Again, you will clear that, then it will become permanent, right? 2-3 times you have to learn, okay, this paper. Okay. Then आपको पता ही है, verify the gather data. And, we interpret the data. Fifth step is interpreting of the data. And, last step is writing of the research report. Okay, guys. So we are done with, 3 questions, right? So guys, already times, 7:35 has come already. Okay. I thought, it would finish on time, but don't worry. Okay. So you learn from here. Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss, these all things. Okay. Today I was expecting we will cover the questions number 4 and 5th also. So don't worry, right? In the next class, we will cover it. So till then, okay, you cover these all questions. Okay. And see the syllabus, what we have covered in the syllabus, in fact. So under the syllabus, we are covered. ये देखो, tools and techniques we are covered, characteristics of a good research tool, questionnaire, rating scales, है ना, we are covered. This one, और ये तीनों methods we are covered. Okay. अब ये हमारा ये रहता है रिसर्च डिजाइन एंड अदर. ओके, ये भी रहता है हमारा, रिसर्च रिपोर्ट भी रहता है हमारा. ओके. तो एक्चुअली ये दो पार्ट हमने वी आर फिनिश यूनिट 1 और 2 के. ओके. हाँ, यही हुए हैं खत्म अभी तक तो. ठीक है जी. राइट. तो डोंट वरी, you learned this one. Okay. So next we will continue this class, exam preparation class. We will continue. Right, guys? So thank you so much, guys, for this class. Okay. So some of the portions we have finished. So we will continue in the next class on Saturday. And, side by side, we will cover your second paper also, because it is very, easy paper also. Right, guys? So thank you so much for this class.